This video will trigger you and offend you in some way. You have been warned. Why do the best concepts always fall in the hands of buffoons? This show has enough SJW bullcrap to fill the Hoover Dam. An ending so garbage it makes Star versions look watchable. Plot holes so large you can see them from space. And it's only season 1. SheRa is an absolute joke. A show where its target audience may have had mail from a local insane asylum. A show that I figured out would be hot garbage months ago. And has so far proven me right. And adding to the fact what could possibly be a combination of the two most toxic fandoms of all time into one massive dumpster fire. And it's not even the Tumblr crap that's bad. The writing is awful, the characters are mediocre, and the animation is so meh, you think you're watching modern SpongeBob. If you don't know what SheRa is, it's a reboot from Netflix, based on an 80s show called, well, SheRa. Following the adventures of Princess Adore and Prince Adam. Oh, wait, Adam's not in the reboot? Oh, well, this is awkward. Anyway, she leads a group of freedom fighters known as the Great Rebellion against the evil horde, and uses an OP sword to fight against the baddies. And somehow still gets her ass kicked, but that's besides the point. And just after this one season, the show is kind of over. Until they brought it back in 2018 as a big old pandering to the SJWs. Wait, what? Ugh, diversity is a word that sickens me to my very core. This word is on par with representation on the cringe scale. Both are overused, lost all original meaning, and can bring down a community in world record time. Yes, the SJW effect, where you can take anything you can get your mitts on and turn it into a dumpster fire filled with crappy writing, glaring plot holes, mangled characters, and an overall disaster of crap that makes absolutely no sense. Not to mention relying solely on the lesbian effect. Example, oh wow, this show is complete hot garbage, but it has lesbians, so 10 out of 10 is perfect. Western animation, people, an industry filled with people with absolutely, positively no talent to make their own original content and use this platform to vent their feelings when they have no business doing so, and all they do is grab an old concept, dump a boatload of SJW into it, perform lazy writing to extreme levels, add lesbians, then create Twitter and Tumblr accounts to pander to the retards eating the stuff up. To think this industry was once filled with promise and passion, it is now turned to an absolute goldmine of talentless dildos who only have a job in the first place because they're either A, a minority, or B, the producer's close buddy. SheRa is no example. You see the staff list? What do you see? You see a trend. You say as long as you're not a straight white male, despite of having the better resume, you got the job. You see a trend of buddies, close friends, and solely being a minority being chosen over qualified candidates. No, I'm serious. Look at this. The staff members in this show are a minority in some way, shape, or form. Every last one. Oh look, the creator's a lesbian whose background is mostly comic books she barely did anything in. I don't give a rat's tail. She was the writer of the trash heap known as Wander Over Yonder. Speaking of that, you know what happened to that show? Oh yeah, that's right. It got canceled. And yes, I am well aware of all the other shows she was involved in. Or what? Does she want a cookie or something? Tangled the series, okay, boo-hoo, who cares? Lego Star Wars, okay, again, who cares? The only two relative things she has on her resume is Big Hero 6 the series and DuckTales. But even then, it's not like she was the brains behind any of the actual stuff going on the show. She was basically just a run-of-the-mill writer, just doing what she was told by the actual people running the show. Adventure Time? You mean that show that was so forgettable until, you guessed it, lesbians? The only decent things she's known for are her webcomics Lumberjanes and Nimona, both of which, despite winning awards, are mediocre at best and a complete bowls of meh that I unfortunately spent money on. And these so-called awards are as significant as Emmys and Oscars these days. They mean nothing. It's almost like, why have candidate A, who actually has talent and actually cares, when we can have candidate B, who is a talentless puppet, who happens to be a minority, with a resume that someone who's brand new to the industry could top in a few months. I mean, hell, I can do a better job than this in my sleep. I have good ideas for days. Hit me up. This lady is everything wrong with the industry in a ginormous nutshell. It's filled with too many idiots that focus too much on the stuff that does not matter while completely abandoning and disregarding the things that are important to the show. It's filled with too many people that would not grow up and use this platform to vent their childish problems. And it's filled with too many people who have no business having these jobs, performing terribly, and no one bats an eyelash. Not to mention completely failing to keep things intact with the original story when making a reboot for the 100th millionth time. Observe. Let's make Bo black, because people won't get pissed at this. It's kind of like if they made Iron Man a black woman. Oh no. We need more strong, independent women. Let's fill up the glass, despite them being as independent as a paperclip. Let's make Adora a total tomboy, because feminism. And it's not like SheRa wasn't already a totally feminist icon from the get-go or anything. Glimmer's too lean. Let's make her to a Tumblr machine. Oh wait, there's more. Let's make her clingy, jerky, and absolute representation of everything wrong with Tumblr in one character. Let's emasculate every male character from the original, because we totally do not have enough females in the show and men are evil. On second thought, let's make all the males completely useless despite what the original story portrays. On top of that, let's just brush all that off by saying we're just mad because the girls ain't sexy enough? What the fuck? Nigga, nobody's saying that. People are angry and rate our show badly? Oh, let's rig the rating system. Spin-er-rella. It is truly a sight to behold, like a horrific car crash. To see such potential washed away for the sake of more SJW bullcrap is disgusting. People hate this show. I mean people hate this show. I mean, at least the people who have a brain or are not completely mentally incompetent. But don't worry, you'll just tell me I'm something ending in a phobia and complete disregard what I'm saying anyway, so it's not like any of that matters. I mean, it's not like the show has a 40% audience score. Oh boy, that means this show is a hit. And you know what's even worse? I didn't even touch on the writing yet. Glimmer gets abducted in episode 6. I know, let's make Adora organize a slumber party rescue mission when nobody's acting serious and the villains are too friggin' incompetent to stop them. Brilliant. Entrapped us abducted while rescuing Glimmer? Okay, let's see here. Let's assume that she's dead and make tombstones in her name. That will not completely backfire at all. Glimmer's trapped in an escapable bind? Let's make her get out anyway! Without explaining how she did it and completely removing all reasoning to explain it in the last episode of season 1 because she gets her stuff back anyway and the glitch is gone. Nice. So every horror squad has never escaped from the forest and they go in and get out without a hitch. Excluding Adora falling out of a tree, but that's pretty minor. You know, do you even know why this is even a case in the first place? Speaking of which, Adora somehow survives this. Out of scratch. And coincidentally, lands right next to the glowing sword. So we're just gonna tell her that she needs to fight people without explaining anything to her and just give her the sword, like here's the sword, go fight people and bye-bye? Oh, you bet your ass we will. So tossing magic balls ain't working, huh? Why not just teleport away? Oh yeah, because plot. And that'll actually require a decent decision making under pressure and not thinking with your feelings. But you gotta remember, Glimmer is the representation of the Tumblrina. They think with their feelings all the time and don't use logic and reasoning. A grand display. It's never explained how this bug only help Adora activate the sword. Probably because there's none and the writers are just too damn lazy to care. My favorite gripe is how an entire species represents the entire target audience. A species that avoids facts and reality like the plague and chooses to live in a little safe space bubble where nothing goes wrong. And all the negativity is just naysaying. It was so satisfying to see it all blow up in their face. Reality sucks. Not to mention the characters have no unique personalities at all, and it looked like something taken out of a basic sitcom. Glimmer is an absolute hot mess, and its star Butterfly all but name. Bo is meh. I don't hate him, but I don't like him. Part of that is because he sounds like a dying cat. I mean, yo, the amount of voice cracks this nigga has in one episode is enough to fill the puberty cycle for 10 people. I know you made Bo black for diversity, but seriously, you couldn't find anyone better to voice act them. The amount of voice cracks and the amount of mistakes in Bo's voice acting is inexcusable. Adora is just another Mary Sue, who I will admit isn't that bad outside of being, well, a complete Mary Sue. But once again, the showrunners are just too lazy to make a well thought out character, so they just make her to another Mary Sue. I mean, it's not like we don't have enough of those already, right? And how about that ending? Oh, jumping Christ, the ending. You thought the power of friendship was bad? This takes it up a notch and then some. Observe. Okay, can someone please explain to me how in the world Glimmer's mom has no clue in the world how to fix her glitching, then proceeds to do that at the end of the episode? If you had the ability to do that in the first place, why in the Samuel L. Hill didn't you do that from the get-go? Okay, how can SheRa think, then wake up in like 5 seconds and by sheer coincidence, wakes up in time for a grand display of plot armor? Why are the other princesses even here? They had no indication to be informed of this attack and willingly left the pact with no reason to return. And if they did, it sure as hell ain't explained in the show. Okay, how in the world did the princesses know they could do that? SheRa has been gone for how long now? I highly doubt they trained, let alone knew the technique required to pull that off. And why is she helping them? She has no explained motive to help Bright Moon. Oh, wait, I know. She was just there because the plot needed her to be there. And the writers are just too lazy to cook up a legitimate excuse to her being there. It's just, poof, I'm there because the plot needed me to. Okay, how does SheRa go from completely cooked to full strength in seconds? Oh yeah, because friendship and unity. Speaking of SheRa, how does she even know she can do that? Adora has barely scratched the surface of her abilities, so how in the world can she perform what looked like to be a high-level move? I mean, did you graduate from the Danware Nursery School of Plot Development or something? Starting to think Adora's turning more into Star Butterfly than I thought. And speaking of Star Butterfly, I can pretty strongly say Adora is a less cancerous version of Star Butterfly. Both are blonde, both need people to get crap done for them, both have incredible plot armor, and both can use magic they have no business using at that point in time. Can we please, for the love of God, stop hiring these idiots into these executive positions, people who have nothing but webcomics in the background, barely any writing experience inside the animation industry, and at best, most of the time spent on Tumblr posting their art. As long as this keeps going, they're gonna keep making junk after junk after junk after junk with no leash at all. This show's been an epic fail of massive proportions. It had promise, but that ain't saying much, because pretty much every other modern cartoon has hint on it. Promise, but the people behind it screw it up in almost every way. and people wonder why my expectations for Infinity Train are just so low. Western animation needs a reset in the worst possible way. Get these incompetent hacks out of their positions and start, I don't know, hiring people with talent who give a crap and doesn't focus solely on the diversity and bullcrap that don't matter while the plot holes are getting bigger and bigger by the split second. You know something's wrong when the very group you're pandering to is telling you to stop and calling your show an absolute trash heap. Normally, I hope for a show to improve and to get better, but by the stars, I hope this show ends fast as the original did, man. To Noel and all the other hacks who made this show, you can all screw yourselves 5 times over. Hope all of you lose your jobs so the industry can actually hire some people who actually care and actually have some talent, not doing the same bull crap that plagues every show and so they've been playing in the community, industry, whatever, for how long now? I'm sick of it. Stop it. Yo. What? Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. Okay, got me figured. Okay, what's going on? Hold up. What? The hell? What the fuck? What? 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 This is legit? Are you serious? This is legit? Why does that have to be a sexuality? Why? What's the point? What in the... I fucking hate my generation so goddamn much. Anyway.
I hate people, people hate me. I prefer my own best company. Single and secluded on my own. I can have the best of times all alone because I hate